feel like the government don't really treat veterans?
The government can suck ass. When I went down to the VA, they offered me a pair of shoes and a ham sandwich.
Here we are in Baltimore, Maryland. What's your name, sir?
Logan.
Logan?
Yeah.
Logan, are you homeless?
Yeah.
Tell me your story, man. How did you get to this place where you are now?
3 Aprils ago, on April 12th, we had a house fire. It was like 3:30 in the morning, burned our house down. I'm a carpenter by trade. I had a friend that lived down here. He had a carpentry business. I moved down here. He had a house that we could like sublet, I guess. Kind of work for pay type deal. I worked for him until like right before Christmas. He got in some trouble. His wife kicked us out because he went to jail. And then we've been fighting ever since to get work or whatever. Just trying to make ends meet. We've been on the street since.
What is so hard about finding a job?
For me, it's the ID thing. I was born in Alaska. That's the other thing. So this past winter, I worked for this dude. He owned the building. He was taking money out of my weekly pay to rent this place. We stayed there for 2 months, 2.5 months in this apartment. And then I had this lady knock on the door saying that she was the owner with cops. They didn't let me get any of our stuff. Like, we just started getting re-established. Like, I bought tools. This was just this past winter. He had this house down on Madison and Gold or something. Pretty nice area still. Old brownstone. Me and my wife demoed it. 21 days it took us to demo everything. It was like took everything out of it. Anyways, long story short, he said he owned the building. He didn't own the building, so we got kicked out of our apartment on McCullough. The house that we did was on Madison, which was real nice because it was right down the block. Anyways, so all of our tools, all of our clothes. I had a tent from when we previously got kicked. Everything was left in place. And so now here we are, 9 weeks later, back at this shit.
You told me you have daughters? How many?
We have 5 daughters. They're grown. They're spread out. Like, one's in New York, Rochester. She's about to have a kid. A couple of them are in PA. One's out west doing school. They're doing their thing.
How are they taking it? You know?
They don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Were you not always in contact with them before?
No. They lived with us up until the fire. It's just not their responsibility. Yeah. They have their own deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a burden on them.
Yeah. I feel you. What is it you think is the hardest part about, on the street?
The stigma.
Stigma.
Everybody thinks you're either a junkie or you want to be where you are. Like you. I'm not going to say I'm a Republican or any of that bullshit but I'm more of a conservative type person. And I was watching this. We just got a phone like 3 weeks ago, so I watch YouTube once in a while. I was watching one of the YouTubers, and he's saying people that are homeless want to be homeless. That's not true. That's definitely not true. I get a lot of it is, but for me and my wife to go to a place, they won't let couples go. And if you know someplace, please let me know, because we'll go in a heartbeat, because living out of a tent sucks.
How do people treat you? Do you get a lot of people screaming at you, or people trying to say things or even assault you?
Not assault me. I keep my head low, you know what I mean? I mean, it's happened once or twice, but I think that happens to anybody in Baltimore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. But doing the sign thing, trying to get, my sign says I need work. People don't read the sign. They yell, get a job. Please give me one. I'll take the job. I'd rather, I get work once in a while. But it's nobody that wants to hire anybody full time, you know what I mean? Like, they love my work ethic, it's just nobody wants to hire full time.
What are your skills exactly for people to know in case somebody wants to hire you?
I'm a carpenter by trade, but I'll do anything labor-wise. I mean, I was in the military for 6 years, got hurt, and then came out and started building the rest of my life.
Do you feel like the government don't really treat veterans?
The government can suck ass. When I went down to the VA, they offered me a pair of shoes and a ham sandwich.
What made you get into the military?
I wrecked my ACL when I was in my junior year of school. I had a scholarship to go to Ohio State. They wanted to give me a for wrestling. So I ripped my ACL, my left ACL, my junior year of high school. So they canceled that and wanted to give me a partial because I wasn't going to be able to wrestle, and I couldn't afford to go to school. I couldn't pay for it, so that's why I went to the military.
How was your experience in the military in Afghanistan?
The military?
I saw you panhandling on the median.
Yeah.
How much money can you make a day?
I don't make anything. I'm given money.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't make anything. Making means I give you a service. I'm not giving these people any kind of service. This is called welfare. That's true welfare. I've been given $50 in one day, but that doesn't happen very often. I'm not here for the money. I want a job, you know? That's not why. I mean, it helps because it's expensive. It's $4 for a day to be on that train. And if you get caught, it's $50. I've been fined 3 times already. And that sucks.
How long do you have to commute?
3 stops. But still, you don't want to get caught on there, you know what I mean? Like, that's a hefty fine.
Where are you staying tonight?
We have a place, it's a safe place. We just found it like 3 or 4 weeks ago and set up a tent. Some people were staying there, and like I kind of made them leave because there were needles and all that shit laying around, and like I wasn't getting stuck with that shit. So we cleaned it up and kind of made it our own.
I know you're here with your wife. Have you befriended anybody else on the street?
Everybody's out for themselves. I know people, but like I don't. Friends?
You don't keep them too close.
No, you shouldn't either, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on that we stay far, far away from, you know? We stay way far away from.
I don't know, when I look in your eyes, I see like a light. I see you're optimistic in a way. How do you keep in good spirits?
You got me on a good day. It's tough. It sucks out here, yeah.
I know the weather's nicer now. I'm sure it's much easier, I guess, when the weather's nice. But I'm sure you had winters.
I like the winters. I'd rather it be winters.
Why do you say that?
Because all the riffraff stays inside. All the trouble stays away, you know what I mean? Everybody's looking for that quick scheme or whatever. That's why we kind of stay in one small section and we don't spread our wings too far.
On your good days, do you have certain things that keep you motivated or a positive mindset?
Yeah, when I get work, I'd work 3 days and somebody needed some holes dug or something, and it just makes you feel normal again, you know? Yeah. Work really makes you feel normal. Yeah. Sorry, man, I'm not.
Huh? It's all good, man. I know you may think it's not interesting, but every story is interesting. And you never know how many people can relate to you, you know, in your situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. 1 paycheck and it was a month and we were literally a month and that was it.
You weren't really saving too much, you would say?
We had about $5,000 in the bank. I mean, it wasn't like thousands and thousands, but $5,000 don't last long when you don't have a house or vehicles or.
Yeah. Do you have any other family other than your children? No? You told me you grew up in Alaska. How was your childhood like?
A good childhood. I had a good childhood, yeah. Like every suburban kid, man, went to school, had a job, did sports, yeah. I had a good childhood. That's my story, man. Yeah. That's my story.
Thank you again. You've been seen and you've been heard, Logan.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Like, I really do. Maybe some people can relate and, they can, I don't know.